So we've been working a lot with different types of positioning from, static, which we didn't even know that we knew, and we had been doing all throughout all the lessons, and now more recently, relative, absolute, and fixed, okay? And while we're doing this, what I want to talk about is z-index. So how does the browser know that this box in this video goes over this text and this button and this background here? So what it is what we call the z-index. Okay, so let's look up the z-index here. Now we can get a better feel for it. CSS z-index property. The z-index property specifies the stack order of an element. An element with a greater stack order is always in front of an element with a lower stack order. It doesn't really tell us much, so let's not take too much from that. One thing I do want you to know is that z-index only works on positioned elements, so absolute, relative, or fixed. Okay, and then also that it's set to auto by default, which just says it has a z-index equal to its parents. Okay, the stack order really doesn't make much sense, so let's go over here and look at our site again. What a z-index is okay, so you've seen a graph before, and we know the x-axis is left to right, the y-axis is top to bottom or up and down, and the z-axis is like depth. So imagine this being a piece of paper stacked on top of this this other piece of paper with all this 1 million lines. Our goal is to inspire, this picture. So think of it like that. And the higher the number is, that piece of paper is on top of the lower number. The higher number is on top of the lower number. So let's look at this. For instance, let's look at this modal here. You can see it right here. Z-index 1050. And Z-index goes all the way from negative 9,999 all the way to positive 9,999. Don't really need that many numbers. Never going to have that many elements. But anyways, so let's just see something fast and quick here. Let's give it a negative. Boom. Automatically, it's still there. See, it's still there, but it's now behind all this stuff. Okay, so you can see that now it has a lower number than all this stuff right here, so it's behind it. Let's just go into a little bit more in depth just so you can get a better feel for it. Now, how did they know earlier for, this white dollar bill here, this pencil, and this person to go on top, now that we know about z-index, of this dark gray circle? So let's look at it. Boom. Position absolute, so it has to have an index score. All right, so it's probably going to inherit just from its parent element, which is this. So I'm assuming since it doesn't say, it's either 0 or 1. But anyways, let's go ahead and give it a z-index just to show you. Z-index of 1. Now, if we give it negative, so its parent has a z-index of 0. If we give it negative, it goes behind it. So let's give it a z-index of 1 here. And then what I want to do is give this circle z-index of 1 as well. All right, so since it's second in the code, it's on top, but as soon as we change this circle to have a z-index of 2, boom, now it's in front of this pencil. This pencil is still there, but it has a z-index of 1. So we can take this pencil, z-index 2, 3, it's now in front. All right, so you can start to see this, and obviously, as we've seen, if it's a lower in the HTML and they have equal z-indexes, then the lower one goes on top. As you can see here, they're both equal. This one's going on top. All right, so now you have a feel for what z-index is. It's the depth. It's like stacking papers, and you'll be seeing that more. Not too often, but you'll see it some with fixed positioning and absolute positioning. And that is how the browser knows that this white box, this modal with our iframe in it, goes on top of all this back here.